I'm gonna say Ascension to Aya feels like such a powerful name of a map. Ascension to Aya. I don't know. It feels like a. It really feels like something you can like chant or something. It's like, you know, the pros are all getting ready, and it's like, I don't know. It just feels like something like the leader would say. It's like, everybody, it is time. I guess I get my point across. I don't need to say it again. To the top left-hand side, our red player from Team Clash. Give it up if you're cheering on Lambo. His opponent to the bottom right-hand side is going to be the Blue Pros player. It's Rail. Some memes in the chat right now. Liking it, guys. Awesome. Alright, well, again, we're still in the 3-minute delay due to WCS later, so it's not super easy for me to talk to you all, but thanks for being here and joining us for an extra series before we do take a little bit of a break before WCS EU and WCS NA later. First probe coming across the map right now is Rail just looking to scout here early. Game 1 of the best of 5. The winner takes home €100. And, yeah, the winner takes home €100. The second place only takes home some points, which will help to qualify into the monthly finals. But obviously, €100 is much more appealing. So, a little something. Should reply to people saying happy birthday by just going offline like an asshole. That doesn't sound too nice. I should just say you too. God damn it. No, they're terrible responses. I thought someone might actually have a good way of doing it. Well, I'm just going to stick to my little way of doing it. I quite like it, so I'm going to stick with it for now. Alright, anyways, as you see, this Overlord is coming down towards the lower right-hand side. A Cyber next core going to be coming on along. Very early game. Obviously, so far, doesn't really give us too much chitter-chatter about. We've been seeing a lot of Stargate play, and we just saw Stargate as well from Rail in the last game. The one game we saw of him already in this competition that we managed to grab or jump ourselves into. So we'll see if he's going to be able to do something similar here once again. So we are just trying to kind of get going and adapt here from Rail's going to start moving out onto the map. So just moving out onto the map and looking for some early information. Stargate is indeed coming down. Stargate is coming on through here and getting rolling. As we do just have the link speed on the way up from Lambo. So link speed coming up from Lambo, a couple of workers in the gas. Pneumatized Carapace is currently on the way up from Lambo too, so potential to just kind of use that for scouting, obviously potential to maybe all in a little bit as well. As we are going to be seeing the Pneumatized Carapace still on the way up in that main. Lambo just setting up with this over here for now. And seeing what he can do. Zealot on the way out as well from Rail. So that's going to pop and it's going to be able to kind of jump into the middle of the gateway in the cyber core. Two Adepts actually going to commit up in towards the main base. Lambo has a Queen nearby, pulled the Lings away quite nicely to protect. Now we're going to be seeing the Lings moving forwards, and again, the Queen, really kind of one of the big things that helps deal the damage throughout this. The Adepts shade away, and they will both stay alive. Thus, with the Pneumatized Carapace, he gets the full scout of the main, which for now is just the Oracle. I guess he kind of knew it anyways, because there was a Phoenix already out, and obviously, if you go Stargate, even if you go Phoenix first, and Oracle as a follow-up, is pretty much a guarantee. Very rarely will you see no Oracle at all being built on this. Phoenix picks off an Overlord there, and we are going to be seeing the Twilight Council from Rail being thrown down in the main base as well here. So Twilight Council coming down in the main. Zerkin still just sat underneath this Phoenix at the moment, as we do see more of these Lings coming in towards the upper left-hand side. Just moving around a little bit. Lambo not really doing anything too crazy though. Throws down the ladder around the 4-minute marker, looking towards a nice fast Hydralisk Den is the most likely kind of option for him. As we do see the Robo Facility dropping down too, and that is something else which is, for now, just continue to be built into from the Cross player. Robo and a Twilight transition straight into the charge. And a couple more gates, we'll see just how aggressive this becomes, because currently there is not a third Nexus up, and there isn't even really an attempt to move towards a third Nexus. So that's something which over time, obviously, you need to be a little bit more careful about, of course, I suppose. You need to be very cautious about it. Well, there's Zerglin still moving around here as well, and with that Ling just moving around, we'll be seeing just what happens next shortly. Lambo with a few Lings just on the main base. A couple of Overlords going to start spreading themselves out, and well, he needs to just start making up some units, right? I mean, 4 extra gates coming down. It's up to 7 gates in total here. So with 7 gateways, units are going to be key. And obviously there's a third nexus behind this to build up into and to start to saturate potentially. But for now, obviously it's definitely a lot of potential aggression. So Lambo already making some banes. He's playing very safe. 45 drones is a very solid number to just stop at and start producing those units. And Zerg's again so good at this. Just cutting workers at the right time and just making sure to you know, start producing the other things that are needed. As we see this Phoenix and this Oracle. Towards the upper left, we're going to be seeing some Depths and Zealots moving through the middle of the map too. And this Warp Prism from Rail also going to be coming across to, well, just obviously reinforce this. We're already some Banes moving forwards, and oh my god, the first few units get destroyed by the first couple of Banes. Stasis Ward comes down, but only 2 Zerglings caught in that, and well, Lambo defending this so well so far. Now some extra Zerglings on the back, but they're getting caught up by a couple of Zealots here. Another Balin is ready. The first few Hydras coming through, and that will help a lot in this. He has to be careful though. He is actually maybe running a little bit low on these units, especially as these extra Zerglings are falling. The Hydras on their own are going to have a little bit of a rough time in terms of defending this. Probes start to build behind this now. Another Queen going to drop though. This Hydra going down too, and as Rail continues to warp in, Lambo does not seem to really have an answer. I thought he was kind of okay, but maybe he made units a bit too early. Maybe he could have done with another round of drones and then units. I think just a few of the Lings in the back not doing too great, and maybe a few of the Banes just not connecting brilliantly. Means to the top left-hand side of the map, we start with our Red Zerg player, who is down a map. Give it up if you're cheering on Team Clash's Lambo. You just saw his teammate a laser in action throughout the OSC Championship group. And also a laser going to be in action again later today as well. As to the bottom right-hand side, our Blue Protoss player is Rail. Alright then, so with that continuing to go on through, I just want to talk about a little bit about what is going to happen today in terms of the WCS groups, guys, and or WCS brackets. Just to let you guys know which players we're going to be seeing and who's going to be playing, etc. So, coming in later today on Europe, we do have the following matches: Laser versus Stefano, Hearthstone versus Euthermal, Nurture versus Snoot, and Cyril versus Bly. Then semi-finals, then the finals, $10,000 prize pool overall, 16 for first. Top 4, most importantly, get qualified to WCS Leipzig. Over in NA, that'll be later on today. That's about 8 hours off from now. We have got a full bracket there for you guys as well. Neeb versus No Regret, Massa versus Jon Snow, Scarlet versus Semper, and True versus Puck. That's a much, very interesting bracket over there. And that's taking place over the NA WCS Challenger. We'll be covering that too. Back-to-back events today. Loads of StarCraft 2. And just bring you guys all of the action you need just to kind of keep your StarCraft appetites kind of full. Hatchery is coming down on this natural expansion. It's a hatch gas pool opening right now from Lambo. Setting up into a hatch gas pool to get things a roll on here. We're going to see this probe from Rail has just been scouting around in the main base. I'm just going to see a couple of Queens, a couple more Zerglings currently on the way up. So Overlord coming all the way down towards the south side. We are going to be seeing, there's a Depth just starting to come out here. Going to be about halfway done, and we'll be popping in a moment or two. We are just going to be seeing again these couple of Zerglings from Lambo are going to come over to the third base. Well, they're just going to keep on having a little bit of a look around, clear things out, and make sure you can take his third hatchery without any issue at all. Does Lambo want to change things up himself this game? Does he want to get aggressive? Is he going to try play Lingbane Hydra again? There's going to be a change up here from our Protoss player, already dropping down a Twilight Council, and that opens a whole new variety of build orders into the equation right now. Obviously from this you can go Resonating Glaives, you can go for a Dark Shrine and the Archon drops. A lot of different ways to open with here that Rail will establish for himself. So getting that set up and getting that ready. Rail getting this ready to go. Twilight Council are going to be finishing then, and we will momentarily be shown kind of what the plan is. Another gateway and no Robo at the moment generally suggests it's going to be a Glaives. And there it is, Glaives does begin just because if it is going to be a Dark Shrine, you generally get the Robo before extra gateways, and you get 3 extra gates at once. Also, the extra Adepts starting up is a good sign that it's going to be probably commitment in towards Adepts. And still Chrono Boosting that Warp Gate as well. He's already going to have 4 Adepts out, and then a Warp, and he's actually going to have a lot of Adepts very quickly here. Lambo shouldn't have too much difficulty dealing with this. He is throwing down a Baneling Nest in the back of the Natural. So throwing down a Baneling Nest right now and getting that set up. Getting that going. Warp Gate finishes, and obviously we're going to be seeing these extra Adepts coming into play. Again, with the Baneling Nest, Lambo should be able to, even if he doesn't get the Bane connections, he should force the Adepts to split, which will allow then the Zerglings to come in for full surrounds on Adepts to take them out nice and easily. 10 more Zerglings currently building up. Again, that Baneling Nest is going to be finishing shortly. A ton more Zerglings coming up, actually. And a Robo Facility also coming down in the main base. Another pylon here to the side. There we go. Just 6 Adepts for now. Now a Robo behind it as well. And just see what exactly Rail can do. He's going to commit into this mineral line. Bane's on here just yet, which will be one of the big ways in which he can help to deal with this. And we are going to see the Lings should be able to get full surrounds to fully shut this down. So that's it. The Adepts are dead. But how much was actually killed here? I don't have game hold on, unfortunately, but it's actually already 4 workers killed. Not too many. And these other Adepts now actually having to shade away to try and stay very safe here rather than continue to be aggressive. Extra gates coming up in the main already, that is. Again, 6 gateways. He actually recalls these Adepts knowing that keeping his units alive is going to be important. There's a second wave of aggression coming out of Rail right now, and that's why the Stalker really needs to push back this Overlord. No pneumatized Carapace this game here for Lambo, so he's not going to have a very fast scout in, but it might still be good enough to see those extra gateways and to realize that he does just need to make sure he has the unit numbers here to stay alive. He sees 1 extra gate, but again, he also knows no third Nexus, etc. So some other bits and pieces he can add up. The extra Adepts just warping in. More Prism still just sat here overhead in the natural expansion. We are going to be seeing those Adepts, the Stalker, a Sentry moving on out. Hydra's Den starting up in the back of this mineral line from Lambo. The Rotron is about halfway done as well. Baneling Speed, Centrifugal Hooks on the way through too. And the +1 melee also on its way. Well, the Templar Archives now finishing up as well in the main base. So Rail able to get that Templar Archives up here. Again, just units coming up the right-hand side. There's Overseer from Lambo coming down as well. We'll actually see this a little bit of an attack coming. I mean, I think you saw it a while ago though. And he has a Rotron up, and look at how much Ling Bane he has. So many units from Lambo getting into position already, and as Rail does not have a third Nexus behind this, there's not even the potential for him to just turn this into, oh yeah, you know, yeah, sure, right, you know, this is like a, you know, a fake out. No, this is a commitment, and he has to do something right here. So we're just going to be seeing this Ling Bane army splitting up a little bit, a few more Banelings morphing on in. Another Adept shading on forwards, and I mean, Rail has to go sooner rather than later, right? I mean, Lambo's just building up so many more units. Bane Speed's coming through, +1 melee's coming through. And it's kind of terrifying to push into this position because there's so many units, but again, it's not going to get any better. Here you go, the Ling's going to grab an Archon at the front very quickly. Now the Adepts are going to have to try and split, but that's not a split. That's going to be good enough. And again, Lambo just saw this coming very early on, prepared very well, and did what he needed to do. He cut drones at the right time. GG. Thumbs up into this game. To the bottom right hand side, map 3 is Neon Violet Square. Our Red Zerg player from Team Clash, give it up for Lambo. His opponent top left hand side is the Blue Protoss player, Rail. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day so far. Hope you guys are always having a great weekend when we cast these GO4SC2 matches. So again, just to reiterate what's going to be going on, Lambo versus Rail is going to be finishing up, and then we are going to be going into our little bit of a break, a little bit of a downtime, give myself a chance to go get some food, etc. And then we're going to be doing WCS Challenger. We'll put some matches online on the stream to keep you guys entertained during the downtime. But yeah, it'll only be for an hour and a half or so. That is kind of the plan. Obviously, kind of depends how long this series lasts for, but again, that is currently the plan. Anyways, I'm gonna also start to order my Nando's, because if I order it after this, it's not gonna be is not going to be great. Like, I have to order it now to pick up at 4:30 already, so maybe let's pick up at like 4:35. 45 minutes? Yeah, let's do it. It's fine. That gives me time to eat as well, obviously, which is kind of the important part. Sorry, I'm just going to order this, guys. I completely forgot to do it during the break, which I just remembered is on, which means I should run the ad. God damn it. Running 2-minute breaks on 3-minute stream delay is so frustrating, because you have to run the ads once you've already come back or so. It's kind of silly. Alright, let's go for some of this. Add, and let's go for... Well, actually, no, let's get rid of that. We're gonna get some wings, I think. I think today is a wings day, definitely. Get some wings with fries, rice, garlic bread. Yes, that sounds good. And also maybe one of... As Stargate comes down, by the way, in the game, what else should we get? I need something that's going to keep me going through the day and through the night as well, you know? Get a wrap. So it's a good choice as well. Perfect. Perfect. Seek. Alright, well, link speed coming up here. I actually still need to click the order button. God damn it. Multitasking's difficult. You forget how difficult it is to multitask sometimes. Alright. Log in to the Nando's website, which is always a difficulty because then I forget my password like 10,000 times. You know, some websites really don't need to have all these, like, who's gonna hack into my Nando's account? Like, really, guys? You have to make me have all of these different weird passwords to make sure no one hacks into my Nando's account? Like, what are they gonna do? Steal my chicken? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are they gonna do? Steal my chicken? Robo facility comes down pretty quickly after, so I mean, we still see Rail kind of, basically just changing things up as the game goes by. Kind of continuing to just, play differently, kind of game after game so far. And I love the fast Robo facility this time. No Twilight or anything like that, just going into something which allows him to maybe be aggressive with a Prism, with a fast Immortal, etc. It maybe just lets him to go into Macro, and he's actually going to throw down a Robo base. It looks like he's just going to go straight in towards this kind of Colossus setup right from the get-go here. And it's coming back down towards the bottom right of this Phoenix, still nibbling away at this Overlord. You'll be happy to know my Nando's is now being paid for, and so we're pretty much good. We don't have to worry anymore, guys. It's going to be okay. Queen's pushing that Phoenix away once again here. Hey, my Nando's is ordered. Woo! We ordered Nando's, people! Good job! Proud of us all. Well done. Good choice. Alright. Anyways, let's get into this game then. Sorry for that. Gotta eat, you know. Anyways, Bane Nest comes down. A Hydralisk Den is starting from Lambo still. And these Zerglings are going to be still moving around as well just to see what they can. And the first Colossus on the way out. Still interesting, the only thing that came out of this Stargate was the Phoenix. Just wanted to really rush up into the Colossi, and well, that third Nexus coming in. Can Lambo break this with just the Hydras, with kind of a low, you know, hit when there's a low number of Colossi? Because he definitely looks to be playing aggressively. There's not any upgrades, there's no Evo Chambers. So this is not like Lambo are going to go up to 80 drones and play the long game. This is Lambo saying, okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to play Lingbane Hydra, attack, 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 and kind of end this kind of sooner rather than later. Maybe tech's up behind it at some point, but it definitely will have to have some sort of aggression mixed in without those upgrades being present. And the thing is as well, with those, with the, well, I guess with the Colossi coming through so quickly though, you might have to see Lambert be very careful about when he decides to transition out and stuff like that, so, we'll see. Anyway, he's going to be seeing this Phoenix just up around. He's actually missed this Overseer, so the Overseer might get a scout through the main. Right now, what does Lambo actually see so far in the game? I don't think he saw anything to do with the Colossi, etc. So he's a little bit blind. He's going to see it now. As he flies on through, the Robo Bay will be seen. We'll see what his reaction is. A lot of players will like this play as Spire. Lambo's already going into the Lurker Den, but that was before he saw the Colossi, so we'll see if he changes up. Even the Lurkers can definitely work to some extent, but again, in the long term, you do need something to work with, as you're going to see this Phoenix poking its way through that Overseer, and well, we'll get rid of it soon. Already a little bit of a push across the map. I mean, this is a little bit, well, dangerous for Rail. If he gets caught off guard, he will take a lot of damage. He will lose some very important units. Obviously, he can recall. He has to be still very cautious. And Lambo will see this now with this Overlord. So maybe he just takes the opportunity to jump on this. Maybe if his opponent comes towards the creep spread once again. You can see already, I think, because he actually is going to try and fight this. I mean, if he starts to recall, he's going to lose a lot. And actually, another call sight from the left is going to allow Rail to push through that army. And Rail is going to keep on pushing. And actually, Lambo, no lurkers just yet. It's going to be quite the timing here from Rail. +1 is done. He's got 2 Colossus. Let's see what happens next. A couple of creep teamers being cleaned out. He's going to push on down. Well, again, Lambo, the issue is that those Colossi are just so powerful. There's plenty of sentries here to back them up, to keep the Hydras at bay, stop them from just getting the full surround, and dealing a lot of damage in that way. A couple of creep teamers, a couple of force fields coming down right now. There's going to see a couple of queens going into play. Those Colossi not actually fully fighting the Hydras here. There's a lot of Colossi in the back who's attacking an extractor on the low ground. That doesn't help at all as Lambo is starting to make his way through this army. The Colossi is still alive, but he has quite the concave of units still. Zealots walking forwards, they don't have charge, and without charge, that really hurts. It's going to be seeing the couple of Colossus continue to move on forwards and looking to do a little bit more. It's going to be seeing these bases going to be broken through. I think Lambo's in trouble here. Now he's going to start making some lurkers. And to be fair, the army of Rail here is not brilliantly set up to deal with lurkers. I mean, he does have an observer. If he could get cancelled on a couple of those, that would be huge. I think he might have actually just seen them. He sees them just on the edge of his screen, but he's not going for them just yet. They're going to burrow on the low ground. Just going to be seeing the lurkers starting to come on up here, and well, already one of them gets taken down. Rail just has way too much, and it looks as though Rail will be taking game number 3. He puts himself onto match point. Rail goes 2-1 up in this best of 5. To the top left-hand side, our red Zerg player is from Team Clash. It is Lambo. Bottom right-hand side, our Blue Protoss player is Rail. Colossi did a pretty good job in that last game. We'll look to see what they can do again now, as we're going to be seeing the probes just being produced, getting set up, getting going to start us off here. Colossi, fun-sized unit. Hey, by the way, guys, what would you like to see if we rebroadcast? Would you like us to just put on today's VOD from earlier and just rebroadcast that? Would you like to maybe see some other matches that I just have in storage that I could line up for you guys? What would you guys like to see? We showed Zest vs Innovation yesterday. We could maybe show some more matches from that group, Zest vs Rogue, etc. We could just show some matches from that tournament in general, as the WardiTV Weekly Season 3 Finals. Could be a cool way to keep you guys entertained until we go live at WCS Challenger, but let me know what you guys are thinking. I'm kind of down for whatever you guys are down for, so you tell me. You tell me, guys. Tell me what you want to see. Extractor coming into play here, and we are just going to be seeing the hatch gas pool opening against what is the Gate Nexus core. Very standard early 2 minutes of the game from both. No proxies, no 12 pools, no early gases, no shenanigans. Straight up getting set up to see what the guys are going to do off of 2 bases. And for the Zerg player, of course, probably off of 3 bases here overall. Again, just thank you for tuning in general today. So many viewers. We broke 3.5 million views on the Twitch channel, I think, just the start of today, which was pretty sick. And yeah, we broke 25,000 followers yesterday. We're actually doing, the channel's doing so well, guys. Like this week, last week, like it's really insane. We had like 389 subs, which is like almost the most subs we've ever had, and it just keeps on growing. It's truly insane. And well, this is only actually the start of what's going to be a crazy week as well, because we've got like a little bit of a chilled couple of days, but on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're going to be bringing you guys once again 12+ hour streams of WESG APAC Regional Finals back-to-back with OSC Championship Group Games. It's going to be freaking awesome, guys. It's going to be sick. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to be casting from every single day this week. So much going down. Wardy, how hot do you have it? Sorry, Squeaky Toy. I saw your question a couple of times, but didn't have the chance to really answer. I get my Nando's usually just medium. I'm not a super kind of spicy fan, guys. I'm not a fan of super spicy food. The medium I quite enjoy. It's good enough for me. Sometimes I even get lemon and herb because I just like lemon and herb, the taste of it. But I don't go too spicy. I'm definitely not a spicy guy. It's kind of funny. I went to get some Thai food with my mum yesterday. It's kind of like a birthday thing. And I got this like fried rice and stuff. And there was some chilies in like a little bit of an oil next to my dish. And I don't really touch that sort of stuff a lot, so I was just leaving it. My mum tried some of my rice and she dipped it in the chili oil. Yeah. Usually my mum was like not like a super spicy eater anyways, but she's like, you know, she eats spicy stuff sometimes. Holy shit. She was like, oh my god, what the yeah, she was a little bit taken aback by the spice. Pretty crazy. Les on the way up here from Lambo as we see the robotics facility dropping down from rail once again. This time it's kind of Phoenix into Oracle into Robo, so unlike on Neon Violet Square, which was Phoenix into Robo, it's actually an Oracle as well. So we'll see what that Oracle can get up to. It's going to be the Twilight Council come down soon after, so it really doesn't look as though it's going to be Colossi again. More so towards something like potentially Templar Archives, or just Charge Lots again. Those sort of things all kind of popping up in my mind as opportunities right now. There's Oracle coming in towards the upper left-hand side, and we are just going to be seeing the Baneling Nest, the lair, on the way up still. Leave the stream on the balloons? No. I'm not leaving the stream on the balloons, god damn it. That's not how we're going to do this, I can tell you that right now. And we're seeing these few lings trying to poke at the front, trying to break on through, but not finding much success at all just yet. And the Oracle coming back home, and it's actually going to be a Resonating Glaives and a Templar Archives. What a weird combination. Usually you may think maybe kind of like Charge and Charge and Archives, so you can go like Charge.Archon, maybe into Fast Storm, but Glaives and then Archives? It's a little bit different. I wonder if there's some sort of aggressive attack behind this. What did he do with Glaives in that Catalyst game? He did have an Archon or two mixed in, so maybe he went Glaives and Archons then. Maybe this is going to be something similar, but that was the game he lost, so I guess you'll see in just a few moments what the case is going to be. I'm going to be seeing few Banes wolfing in from Lambo, who's just preparing for the worst at the moment, making sure he's not going to be caught off guard by not having enough units out as this Warp Prism to the left. He's going to set up, and a few High Temple are going to start warping in, so getting set up into that, and yeah, we'll be able to get that going. Actually coming down on the gold, or at least he's going to try to come down on the gold. There's two Archons already warping, and there's those extra gates. I mean, Rail's already up on 50 workers though, so a lot less aggressive than he's been setting up for previously. Those Archons, well, they stop the gold from coming up so far, and they're going to get themselves a Creep Tumor and very soon to be an Overlord kill as well, so they get that. The Queen pulls back, and again, it's just Lings for now. Obviously, they can keep on looking to trade pretty well here. Lings alone do not trade brilliantly against Archons, especially when the Warp Prism can keep on microing them for what seems like eternity. You know, these Warp Prism micros on Archons is just so difficult to deal with nowadays. A lot of Lings over to the right-hand side. Archon's dropping down again. Obviously, Rail does not want to lose those. He wants to try and maximize his damage. Going back in towards the center of the map with the Prism, and another couple of Adepts coming down. These Banes are waddling forwards. They're going to come through, and oh my god, Lambo blows up the pylon, the sentries, the Adepts. Well, that's already pretty darn crazy. He's going to see those Lings coming through, and well, more Adepts going to be able to fight against them. The Lings getting pushed back here. Those Lings do keep on going down. So Lings going down once again. Lings and Hydras coming up once more. Coming in towards the left-hand side. A Hatchery on the gold base coming up too. And an Evolution Chamber from Lambo as well. Towards the third. Decides he doesn't want that. Wants a Spine Crawler instead. Playing that upgradeless style once more here. Odyssey is one of the great maps to kind of play this sort of aggressive style on as a Zerg, but right now it's probably all about the attack of the Protoss player. Two Immortals, two Archons, and it's mostly then behind this Adepts to kind of make a chunk of this army. A few Banes wolfing in, but not tons of Banes, honestly. Right now, only 4 Banelings. A few Adepts already taking some damage here. The Banes are going off on an Archon. That's not pretty. You need those Banes to go off on the Adepts and to help clean them up as Rail's attack forwards right now starts to look a little bit scary. One of the Archons does fall down. The Prism is staying so safe in the back here. Stasis ward in the back lines as well to fall back towards. He's going to stay on the aggressive side of this, on towards the natural. Again, he's to try and just get those Banes in towards something that isn't the Archons. He did hit a couple of the Adepts here so far, but those Adepts are getting rid of so many of these Hydras and Lambo. Now pulling drones, and a couple more Banes hit quite nicely, but so many drones going down. Lambo supplies disappear, and still Immortals to back this up, and another wave of Adepts coming through. And at this point, you just wonder if Lambo can actually get enough units together in one place to do this. This is looking as though it's going to be just a bit too much, as we're going to be seeing the Lings continue to just come on in. I mean, maybe they can take down, I mean, they get rid of an Immortal, but it feels as though Rail just has too much. Adepts coming back down from the high ground. Didn't even realize they went up there. It's going to be GG. Rail is going to take this series 3 games to 1. And he's going to be able to take